This was the day my entire childhood got shattered. So I used to live in a town called Monier, Illinois. It was a little town in the middle of nowhere in Illinois. There wasn't even a Walmart. That is how small it was. But I lived there my entire life. But when I turned 10, we ended up moving to Indiana. And instead of selling our old house, my dad decided to rent it. And he ended up renting it out to a family. It was a mom, a dad, and a brother and a sister. We were renting out the house for maybe like 4 months. And, I was living life in Indiana. I was having a fun time. And there was one day when my dad got a phone call and just left me and my sister home alone. We had no idea what happened. And he was gone for a few hours. When he came back later that night, homeboy, my dad was off. He was not acting normal at all. When we asked him, yo, what happened? Why are you acting freaking weird? He didn't give us an answer. He was very vague. So around a week later, I got a text from a friend who lived in Monier, the town where I used to live. And was asking me if I was okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, why wouldn't I be okay? And that's when she sent me a screenshot. And this was a screenshot I received, alright? The guy who was renting out our house ended up pew-pewing his wife, and she ended up passing. Pew-pewed his daughter, she lived. And this happened in the house that I grew up in. To make it even worse, both of the people who were pew-pewed got pew-pewed in my old room that I literally grew up in. And my dad left that night because he had to go to the crime scene because, he was renting out the house. And when he got there, it was like bullet holes everywhere. It was horrible. Like, no, this is the house I grew up in. I grew up in this house. And to make things even worse, my parents were divorced, so my mom didn't live in the same house as my dad. But on weekends, I would go stay with my mom, and on weekdays, I stayed with my dad in that house. Well, a week later after this had happened, my mom bought a new house in Calumet City. Somebody bought her old apartment and then committed in me and my sister's old bedroom at my mom's house. A week apart. My condolences go out to the families of the victims. It literally breaks my heart so much. It's just like so traumatizing to have such horrible things happen in the places that you grew up in, and oddly enough happen in a place you sleep in every night. But now I'm scared to move out of my current house because I feel like this thing has just been following me around.